Hey, technically, there isn't a rule for that, and the guy might be onto something, as it's probably a lot safer than being with the rest of the civilians there. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Luke Rudowski here of WeAreChange.org, and there's a lot of absolutely crazy, wild, and insane news out there, as it looks like that there's another GameStop revolution happening right now, with Andrew Tate leading the way, as civil strife and conflict look like it's going to somewhat happen, especially with the latest announcement from Russia, as we have a major confirmation of the Ashley Biden diary. Yes, you heard that correctly, and its larger implications, which we're going to be talking about here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, that could be slightly offensive to the people who actually have this, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And Atlas, excuse me. Thank you. Other side, please. That's my co-host. She's a lot better than the other co-host that I usually have here. As the more likes you give this video, the more treats she gets. As, of course, the video that we played in the beginning of this broadcast clip has created a very interesting conversation, as, hey, a lot of people are just trying to get a nap in. Nap's really good for you. If you're feeling down and out, things aren't going your way, take a nap. Hell, take the whole day off. Go to sleep. Relax. Sleep is something incredibly important for your overall health and well-being, which you're probably not getting if you're living in California, as the state there has spent $24 billion going after the homelessness problem, which only seems to grow the more that the government throws money at it, as homelessness has been going up dramatically. And with the amount of money that the state has already spent, they could have given a lot of these people luxury homes, as the problem of homelessness is far more complex than just government coming in and saying, I'll have the solution if you give me the money. And of course, the government is filled with a whole bunch of mafiosos that it can't even provide proper protection services for you. As for the first time in a long time, a journalist actually has gotten a spine and called out Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, for dodging questions about this very specific issue, as the state keeps creating incredible amounts of waste as it robs you of any financial prosperity and freedom. All of this as the leftists are fighting each other, especially at college campuses and universities, as now Howard University just canceled their graduation mid-ceremony after there were some reports of protests and walkouts on campus, as the college campus protests have been providing a larger wedge between the Democratic Party that seems to be at odds with each other. This, as now the New York Times is reporting that Donald Trump is leading over the Biden administration in 5 key states, as a lot of non-white and young voters are saying that they're really not happy with the Build Back Better Bidenomics policies that are making sure that people will own nothing, have no privacy, and allegedly be happier than ever, which they're not, as the Biden administration has been doubling down, especially with other fellow Democrats, when it comes to the punishment of Donald Trump and his allies in the legal judicial system that absolutely is becoming more and more partisan. As today we got the news that Steve Bannon will actually go to jail, as he just lost his appeal on contempt of Congress charges. This has very interestingly, there's a new resurfaced clip of Stormy Daniels in 2018 contradicting her testimony right now against Donald Trump in New York City, as there's a major legal case there against the former president of the United States. And in a shocking development, we also recently got confirmation that the Ashley Biden diary was real, to the point where even Snopes confirmed this after a letter from Ashley Biden was given to a judge. As Snopes reads, that the diary describes how actions taken by her father, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, when she was a child are, quote, probably not appropriate. And they weren't. When you read the diary, you do read a lot of really awful, salacious, horrible, disgusting behaviors by the current president of the United States, who absolutely has a sniffing problem. And again, I want to say a lot here, especially when it comes to some of the more kind of egregious, more sinister inner workings of Washington, D.C., but YouTube doesn't allow me to do that, so that's why I created LukeUnfiltered.com, my own website where I get to say and do whatever I want. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? As we are going to have a very special broadcast available for everyone right after this one, discussing some very controversial issues. As of course, you also get nature hikes. We're working on a nature hike near Washington, D.C. in about 2 weeks from now. Members of LukeUnfiltered.com will be able to go to that, as of course I will be filling you in on the details very soon as I have them. You get a lot of really cool stuff by signing up. Masterclasses, forums, members only store, you name it. We got it. All available for members of LukeUnfiltered.com. This is the place to be, as you guys will also get the ability to call in to our live show that we're doing later on today, 6 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/We Are Change. We're going to have Robert Breedlove on today. Tomorrow, we are going to have an incredible, shocking, jam-packed, incredible show with 2 guests that are definitely going to get a lot of attention. Again, you could be a part of that show just by signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com and then calling in when we do the live show and asking us a question and being a part of the conversation. As of course, we're asking everyone to sign up before we face utter annihilation, as Lindsey Graham is now suggesting that we should be nuking Iran. Yes, you heard that correctly, as Lindsey Graham is saying that the U.S. military officials are not going crazy enough when it comes to their bombardments and destruction of human life, as he described them as, quote, full of crap, and literally suggested dropping, quote, big fat nukes on Iran, going on and saying it was okay when we did it to Japan. This as today, we also got reports that a country in the Middle East is concerned that Iran could be dropping nukes on them first. Is this why Lindsey Graham is saying this? Well, probably, as of course the world is becoming less and less safe as the prospects of war keep growing, as Russia now is having more and more tactical success inside of Ukraine with the larger proxy war that's happening there between the East and the West. This as the Russian war machine is churning. They have a lot of manpower, they have a lot of equipment, and they're slowly and surely moving out the Ukrainians from their own Donbass region that has been in a state of conflict ever since 2014. This as there's also a major move being made by the current president of Russia, as he just removed Sergei Shoigu, his defense minister, and of course his longtime ally that no longer will be in a position of power, reshuffling the military command, and one of the biggest shakeups yet since the start of this conflict inside of Ukraine, as the former defense minister came under intense criticism from Russian military setbacks and failing to deal with the widespread corruption that is within the Russian military. And as this major move was made, the country's foreign minister also declared almost at the same time that Russia is, quote, ready for a direct conflict with the West if Western countries want to fight for Ukraine on the, quote, battlefield. This as the situation is only getting more tumultuous, more aggressive, and the longer it goes on, the more that the world is endangered. As recently, Russia and China recently conducted war games, specifically when it came to launching a potential invasion of Taiwan, highlighting that there definitely is a larger kind of conflict out there, not just physically, but also financially, as the BRICS nations look to challenge the US dollar, as Western nations keep investing in tracking, tracing, and literally treating their citizens as frickin' cattle, as the European Union is now pushing forward controversial digital identification system regulations that will force big tech companies to comply with it, as your online social media activity, your Google search history, the pictures you send, the things you like, the things you comment will be tracked, traced, and databased by the fat cat bureaucratic government in the European Union that, of course, will be weaponizing that information for their own personal benefit. This as the UK even admits that they are facing some of the most dangerous years in its history. And why are they doubling down on big brother nanny state kind of initiatives that destroy freedom and prosperity in this country? Makes you wonder what's really going on here, as a lot of people today are saying that the system is absolutely rigged. And I would absolutely agree with them. This as GameStop stocks have soared over 60%, as it looks like the meme craze has resurfaced, as a lot of the people are saying, you know what? It's time to do another rallying call here like we did last time with Andrew Tate that is leading the way here as he just reported that, quote, they have halted trading. The entire system is a scam. The Matrix wrecks you endlessly, and as soon as you start to win, they turn the game off. As he previously announced 5 hours ago that he is buying $1 million of GameStop stocks. As soon as he gets 5,000 retweets, he got 7,800 retweets on that, as he is now also joining the rallying call with GameStop or death, as he is saying that, quote, we must unite against the Matrix. Now, what's really going on here in these larger financial markets? I don't know. I'm not trying to give you any financial advice. I'm not trying to tell you exactly what to do, but it's fair to say that whatever is happening in our larger financial markets, it's usually up to the finagling of a lot of powerful people that usually manipulate it for their own personal well-being. This, as in the making of this video, the GameStop stock exploded, as now allegedly short sellers have surfaced, as some traders are responding that they have studied the market for 20 years just to watch GameStop go up 30% because of a, quote, meme. A meme that looks like it is not going away anytime soon, as a lot of people are highlighting. Now, what will be the result of all of this? Well, time will only tell, but it's a situation that we are going to be keeping a close eye on. Expect more reports about that, especially later on 6 p.m. when the situation develops, as we're going to be doing another live show, which you guys will participate in just a few hours from now. See you there. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. One more video report coming your way right now on lookunfiltered.com, and that's why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on youtube.com/wearechange.